Hi, Busy Babushka here. I'm going to share some tips for going to Prague. So first of all, if you are landing at the Prague airport, it is super simple to get to the city center with public transportation. So there's two options. There's the metro, or there's what's called the airport bus. The metro is a little less expensive, and that's what we did, but it was so easy. I highly recommend that. Or you could do the airport bus. So what you do, for the metro, you will leave the airport, and towards the right, you'll see a yellow bus stop with some yellow ticket machines, and you're gonna hop on the 59 bus, and that's gonna take you to Nadrazi Veselon. And there you're going to change to the green line, which is Metro Line A, and most likely you're going to probably get off around Museum Stop. That's where all the tourist stops are. When you get your metro ticket, no one checks it, but you do have to validate it. So there's a little machine, it's probably about like 4 feet tall, right at the bus stop. You just put your ticket in it, it stamps it, you take it out, and you keep it with you. You have a couple options. If you're just going to do a one-way ticket, you can just buy a 90-minute ticket, which will cover you for 90 minutes. We were there for a couple of days, so we did a 72-hour ticket, and we used that for the whole rest of the trip, and that worked out great. Highly recommend it. And it's if you do a one-way ticket on the metro, I don't know if I can't remember if it costs about $1.30 US dollars about, or if you do the airport express, it's about $14, I think. But if you do the airport express, which is a bus, it's a little different from the airport. It takes you to the city's a specific station, and then if you want to go to a different area, you'll have to buy a metro ticket. But I think the easiest thing is just to buy this the public transportation ticket. You can use it for the rest of your trip. You can use it on the metro, you can use it on the tram. The trammer is a really fun way just to go around and see the city as well, and have great views. So anyways, that's how we left the airport, and it worked really well for us. Some other tips: tipping is about 10% in the restaurants for service. I highly recommend bringing a hat, especially in the summer. It's really hot, and wear comfortable shoes. There is so much cobblestone around Prague that wheeling your suitcase around, along with walking, if you do not have comfortable shoes, you will be unhappy most likely. As of things to do, let's see, there's Old Town, which is the kind of big tourist district with the Charles Bridge. It's really beautiful. If you want to take really good pictures, I'd suggest going there early in the morning before anyone else really gets there. Or another option is to go in the evening when the sun sets. There's a lot of vendors selling things, artists doing some work, musical performances, and it's just a really fun vibe. There's also, you'll see a lot of treats sold around there called chimney cakes. They're actually Hungarian, but they are, I don't know, they're kind of like a hard cinnamon twirly kind of cookie-ish pastry, and they fill it with ice cream here, and they are really tasty. Another some fun things that we found that we would really recommend when you're coming to Prague is going to the palace and seeing the change of the guards, a change of shift. I believe that happens at noontime. There are probably other times that they do it as well, but we got there just in time, and it's a really cool experience. If you are looking right at the palace, if you stand maybe, you'll see the guards in the boxes on each side. If you stand to the left of them and the right of them, they create a path, and you'll get a good view of everything. You'll see a lot of people going right up to the gates, but I would stay outside of the gates because they'll walk right past you. You'll get a great view that way. Other things, let's see, the clock tower, that's on the hour. It's like a big, huge cuckoo clock almost. Very pretty, at one of the churches in the main plazas. If you want a really good view of the city, find the metronome, and if you would take the tram there. It's like in a big park, which is a really nice place to walk around. Also, good place to wear comfortable shoes and bring a hat if it's a hot summer day. But find the metronome, and if you're looking at the metronome to the left, there's a little walking path, and that'll give you a great little spot that has an awesome view of the city with the river that I highly recommend. If one of the restaurants that we loved that we found online is this place called Usumavy, Usumavy. If you want an authentic Czech meal that feels like you're in some grandma's house, that was an excellent place. We had an excellent meal. They brew a lot of their own beers there. They've nothing but great things to say about this place. This is an old town. Another thing with going to Prague, don't just go to the old town tourist area. Get outside to Newtown. I'm sorry, the restaurant I mentioned, USU Mavi, that is in Newtown. But tons of great things to see in Newtown too, and get a feel of the city outside of the tourist areas. There's also on the other side of the river, you can look up some of the famous libraries. There's one in a monastery. You just have to pay to go see it, but we found it really interesting to see. There's also all these different towers that you can go up and see in the old town and get a great view of the city. A lot of them you do have to pay, but it's a little confusing because it looks like you can kind of walk right in. But then once you get up, maybe a quarter away is where you pay for a pay station. So there are great views, and I found it fun to do, but you do have to pay to see everything there. But yeah, just walk around, have fun. It's a great city. Yeah, we had a great experience there. It was super safe, and take the metro and the city tram. It's a lot of fun. My favorite app that I find it really helpful to navigate the city was City Mapper. So just download it on your phone, and whatever major city you go to, Europe or wherever, it gives you a play-by-play if you want to take the train and metro to help you be more comfortable getting to and from the airport. But have a great trip, and that was my recommendations for Prague. One other thing that we did also, I use Viator a lot for any sort of tours that we do, but on Viator we found a communism tour, which took us to an old bunker. I'll do a whole other video on that, but if you're interested in history and communism, what life was like under communism in Prague, I would highly recommend that. All right, thank you.
And if this is only the beginning, it will be more. So creepy.
That's what we did.